how excited are you guys to see your name pop up late there in the bracket reveal and know who you're playing in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, super exciting. I think that's kind of an understatement. I think we've been talking about, I think like every hour we're like, guys, we won the ASUN. So super huge blessing. Just super excited to be a part of that and get to see our name pop up, even though it was pretty late in the coming, but it was awesome.
So, you guys obviously had some adversity this season. I'd say I watched a couple of the games at home, and they were close losses, but you guys were always in it. Why do you feel like you guys clicked coming into the ASUN tournament and then obviously winning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the whole time throughout the whole season we did have that belief that we could do it. I think it was really exciting being the underdogs. I think that actually worked out to our advantage. We had nothing to prove by any means except that, hey, we're here. We're somebody that you don't want to forget about, even though we're coming in as a pretty low seed. I think it actually worked to our advantage, and we had nothing to lose but to just go out there and play together and play our hearts out. So.
Cora, when you look back through this season, you and Melody at some points, you were the only experienced players on the field, and Melody this semester I think was supposed to get married and not focus on soccer. Speak to her coming back, I guess pushing back wedding plans and being a part of this team and capitalizing on that and getting to the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of our conversation just revolved around, well, if we're here, we might as well do something with this time, right? So I think a lot of our talks and our meetings and whatever that looked like was just encouraging the younger girls and just trying to get them to come alongside of us and just to buy into our team program and our team mentality. And so I think the biggest thing for us was just to stay positive and just to collectively come back to why we're here. And, amid all the COVID restrictions and whatever that looked like, if we're going to be here, let's play, let's make the most out of it. So.
When you look back at the end of the regular season, there was 6 matches, didn't win any of them, but Len was just on saying, that 2-2 tie against Bellarmine in the penultimate regular season game, that was sort of the turning point. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that was the turning point, even with the loss to Virginia Tech, that you guys still had, confidence going into the league tournament, that you guys could make some noise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think right before our Bellarmine match, we kind of had a team meeting, and we were like, let's do this. We got all on the same page. We talked through some things, and ultimately, I think that showed in our play. As every single game, we were a little bit better and better until eventually, we were able to grasp that conference title. But I think that was definitely the turning point for us, and I think it gave us a lot of confidence, especially with some of those younger players who just needed a little bit of that dose of confidence to help us take the game to the next level.
Cora, I got to ask you this. Knowing, going into this conference tournament, knowing that you pretty much had to win all these games to be in a position where you are right now, how do you handle a situation like that? Because it's like survive in advance, and to get there. How did you handle those situations?
Yeah, for sure. I think that just comes back to, again, what we were talking about, that mentality of just being grateful that we were even playing soccer. I think we had to be very careful to take each game as it came. We we're very good about, hey, we're playing North Alabama today. We're not worrying about Lipscomb. We're not worrying about what might come next. So every single play, every single game was focused on that moment. And I think really that helped us to be able to come out with some of those wins. And once again, just being the underdogs and kind of just playing for enjoyment and trying to learn to play free and play with that confidence helped. But I think ultimately it was us learning to just be present and to just take it one game at a time.
Cora, what all do you know about Washington in this little time span between finding out who you're playing to now?
Yeah, personally I don't know much, but honestly I think that's exciting for us. I think it'll be fun to play somebody that we haven't played before. Again, going back to what Coach was saying about playing teams multiple times can get a little exhausting, but it'll be exciting just to honestly go in it as hard as we can and just to be excited for the opportunity.
Are we good? Awesome. Thanks, Cora.
Yeah.
Oh, Emmanuel, you're muted.
to your initial reaction when you found out, and kind of speak to the role that you play for this team.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the video, I think my face says it all. I was very surprised, super excited, but it's not me. It's the whole team, and I think getting a few shutouts there was super important for us as we were in that tournament. But man, it was just such an awesome opportunity and just such a privilege to be able to be a part of this team, and to get that, I think, says a lot about the communal effort from our team and just being relentless, not letting any of those goals in. And I think both me and Mel understanding that we are some of the older veteran players on this team, we knew that it was going to be our responsibility to kind of lead and take charge a little bit. And so I think understanding that was super important for us, but ultimately definitely not my doing. It was a lot of girls around me helping me to get that, but super exciting nonetheless.